Hey guys, it's your boy Spank Bank here. God, I need to change my name. Anyways, before we get into this clip, I'm going to show you how this works. So it's an Azurite ability called Sharpened Blades, which increases the damage of your Shuriken toss by 330 based on your auto attacks, and it stacks up to 30 times. And this stacks with all your Azurite gear, and I have it on all three. So the damage gets really insane. I'll show you how it stacks up here in a second. But first I'll show you some talents you can spec into to make it hit incredibly hard. Like I said, it hit for 110k when it crits. So the talents here are Night Stalker, which increases the damage you do in your Shadow Dance by 12%. Then you have Dark Shadow, which increases it by another 25%. And then you want a PvP talent called Phantom Assassin, which gives you 35% crit chance. You want this to crit if you can. You have Cold Blood, which chunks 10% of their health when you cheap shot. And then you have Prey on the Weak, which increases your damage by 10% out of a cheap or a kidney. I technically should have used cheap shot instead of kidney in this clip, but I did test it later, and for some reason it didn't increase the damage in like 4 tests. So it should technically, because Find Weakness decreases their damage by, or their armor by 40%. I think it's 20% in PvP. But anyway, so I'll go into this clip here and show you how it works. And I'll kind of explain the rotation a bit, because there is 2 other abilities that need to be used I didn't show just now, but we have Shadow Blades, which increases your damage by 50%, or does 50% additional damage as shadow damage. It's your big cooldown. You should know it if you're a rogue. You also have Symbols of Death, baseline ability, increases damage by 15%. And then obviously you'll be popping Shadow Dance. And I use Marked for Death to get a full kidney off. So, oh, and you need to put up your Nightblade dot, which increases your damage by another 15%. So all of those 50% from your big damage cooldown, 15% from your Symbols of Death, 15% from your Nightblade, and then and your big damage cooldown, Shadow Blades, and then all those passives I showed you. So here's the clip, and you can see the Shuriken stacks, Sharpened Blade stacks stacking up there. We're at, what is that, 15 stacks, it's 16,000 damage. It goes all the way to 30 stacks, and I think it goes up to 29,700 damage. And once it's fully stacked, you can do your burst. And your burst is going to be your Nightblade, followed by your Shadow Blades, and then you want to use your Marked for Death to get a, Symbols of Death, Shadow Dance, Marked for Death, Kidney, and then Shuriken Toss. And it's over. So you saw that big 80k crit there, but it actually does 80k plus 30k from your Shadow Blades, because it does 50% extra damage as shadow damage. So, you know, that's 110,000 damage from one ability. It is absolutely insane. It will be nerfed. Yeah, so I'll probably do some arenas with this tomorrow, maybe post that up, just screw around with it. I mean, I can't imagine it's going to stay. You just basically passive auto attack and then one-shot someone. It's absolutely insane. You know, if you like this kind of video, I'm new to making YouTube videos. This is my first one, but I'll be posting stuff like this. I'm about 2.2k experienced, hoping to push this season. I haven't played. I'm a little rusty, but I've been 2.2k on multiple comps, so we'll see. All right, well, you guys have a good one.